Alrighty, back at it again with Yu-Gi-Oh action of Battle City. Pegasus is taking on Odion. And this is an anticipated tough match for Pegasus because Odion... Does he have back rank removal? I can't remember if he does or he doesn't. I don't think he has a lot, but Odion... Typically his deck is built for defense, which doesn't work in his favor. So Pegasus might have an easy match in this one, but we won't know unless we see the match, as Pegasus has started off with a Toon table of contents. Anytime he can get that Toon Kingdom out very early on, it gives him a good chance of winning. Alright, Odion has played Temple of the Mind's Eye, so all battle damage will be 1000 points of damage. Alright, Pegasus doesn't really have anything available to him to play. There we go, he's just sat down Toon Kingdom, so 3 of his cards are out of play. And oh, there's a D-spell from Odion. Okay, he does have some back rank removal after all. Alright, now I've had to scroll down a bit to find where the comments stopped, and I think I'm at the right spot. Okay. Oh, Embodiment of Apophis and Wandering Mummy. Unfortunately for Odion, with Temple of the Mind's Eye being on the field, it's going to limit his damage capabilities here. He could have done 3100, but with Temple of the Mind's Eye, that can also restrict the Toons from doing so much damage as well, since most of them are over 2000 attack. Anyway, Mecha Jason says Yugi's plot armor failed. That was for the Yugi and Pegasus match. That one was funny because I believe that was a channel record for fastest match. And Alejandro Fernandez says, well, that was quick. Yeah, it only lasted about 5 minutes. Yugi got absolutely flattened. I mean, to Yugi's credit, Pegasus drew almost perfect hands straight up both times. Mecha Jason also says Pegasus's voice actor is Megatron from Transformers Beast Wars. Oh, there you go. I'll be 100% honest, I have never watched Transformers. I've seen one movie. And it had Shia LaBeouf and I think Megan Fox was the female actor in it. I don't know what Transformers movie it was. It's the only Transformers movie I've ever seen, and this was many, many years ago. I don't even remember. I remember his car, Shia LaBeouf, I don't remember what his name was in the movie. He bought this car, drove it home, and then it ended up being one of the Transformers, and it turned itself on and drove off, and he thought it got jacked. But it like that is literally. Oh, and I remember who's the bad one? Optimus Prime, pulling one of the good Transformers in half, and the good guy was like, "Oh, what, you want a piece of me?" And Optimus Prime's like, "No, I want two," and he just breaks him in half. That is literally all I remember from the movie. In fact, I don't even know what Transformers movie it was. I'm sure someone out there would know. And Mecha Jason also says, "Oh, this is for a Red Dead 2." After playing through the story for the first time, I went back to play it again much more slowly and honestly. I didn't want to continue the story after the swamp because it all went downhill from there. I reckon the game goes downhill as soon as you break Micah out of prison. That's where I've stopped is at the mission where Arthur takes Lenny to the bar in Valentine and they get absolutely plastered drunk. And Arthur wakes up and he has to try and find Lenny again. I think the mission after that is where it unlocks for Micah to get broken out of prison. But Dutch is sitting inside the tent, so he's not walking around and watching over the camp, because Dutch is a bit of a He's not the best dude in the world in the end. As we see in this one, Pegasus could be set up for a loss here. In fact, he would have lost already if Temple of the Mind's Eye wasn't on the field. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt Odion. But Odion has not got any... Pegasus, rather, has not got anything to fight back with here. There's Toon Mermaid. But even that can't attack the turn it's summoned. And at only 1500 defense, I think this one might be done. As long as Odion doesn't make any errors, it should be. Crimson Maelstrom says, I didn't even have time enough to make popcorn for this one. That was for the Yugi and Pegasus. Literally, if you put popcorn in the microwave, it probably wouldn't have been finished by the time that match was over. Ah, that's what I forgot to get. Popcorn. Ah, I went to the shop earlier. I was going to get popcorn and I forgot. Alright, so it's 1-0 now in favour to Odion, which is somewhat of a surprise. What's that card? Pay 500 life points, destroy all face-up level 3 attack position monsters, I think that said. Alejandro Fernandez says, let's see how Kaiba holds up. The last duel was unexpected, to say the least. Oh, that would have been referring to the Yugi match. Kaiba lasted a bit longer. Crimson Maelstrom, the tiebreaker match between these two. Who is the better between them? For context, Pegasus beat Kaiba in Duelist Kingdom, and then Kaiba won in the Pyramid of Light movie. I've seen that movie, but I don't remember anything about it. I actually have a couple of the cards from it. I've got Sphinx, Talia, and Pyramid of Light. And I didn't actually get them from watching the movie. It was a bunch of cards I bought off a friend. Okay. Pegasus this time has drawn Toon Kingdom. So he's... Well, I mean, I think he drew Toon Kingdom last time, but Odion used his spell. There's Toon World again as well. Ooh, Needle Wall. That's an interesting card. However, Toon Kingdom will protect the Toons from getting destroyed from it. Alejandro Fernandez says, funnily enough, there is an episode during the Grand Championship arc that goes a bit into detail in regard to how chains of effects resolve in Yu-Gi-Oh! When Rebecca duels against Vivian Wong, a chain of effects happens and Joey is confused as to why, of course it has to be Joey, as to why certain things got affected and others didn't, and Yugi explains it to him. I always found it funny how even someone who almost beat the likes of Marek didn't understand the complex rules of duel monsters. Well, Joey's whole deck is just based on luck. It actually makes him very entertaining to watch in productions like this, where we see Joey's deck in real life. It's terrible, but it can win in the most unlikely of circumstances because of monsters like Time Wizard, and he's Fairy Box card as well. Alright, Pegasus going for it now. There's Comic Can has just been played as well. Toon Gemini Elf can't attack the turn it's summoned. But with 2 Toon rollbacks, Odion's only going to be able to last one more turn because this will do 3,000. Then, because it's classed as a Toon now because of the Comic Hand effect, then it'll be 4,500 next turn. Then 19 and 19 is 38. Yes, that would be over 8,000. So Odion's... Man, that Toon rollback card is really powerful. Because that's 2 direct attacks, even if the opponent has a defense in most cases. Oh, there's a 4. Ah, no, it needs to be a 2 or a 3, but it wouldn't work anyway. Toon Kingdom, I believe, would... Max Potter says, Comic Hand is the problem, not Toon Kingdom. You know what, you are probably right about that. Comic Hand is a very powerful card, especially for this Toon deck, because it's stealing the opponent's monsters, and that's been the whole basis of Pegasus's kind of moveset throughout most of the series, is his ability to use that Comic Hand to just yeet the opponent's monster onto his side of the field. I agree with that. Without Comic Hand, he would have struggled to win more matches, or he wouldn't be winning them as quick. There's Toon Gemini Elf's effect, but I don't think it's going to matter because Odion He can't defend against this, and there's another direct attack. Again, the Toons, we just saw Curse of Anubis, but it wouldn't have mattered. The Toons can't be targeted for card effects. Or can they just not be destroyed by card effects? Actually, it might just be that they can't be destroyed, but either way, nothing Odion could have done in that one. Pegasus jumped in very, very quick. Moon Wolfie, when I saw the 6-minute stamp, I immediately thought Yugi Boy is going to get flattened. As soon as Pegasus gets Toon Kingdom or World, all of the Toon spells or traps that require Toon Will can be used. Comic Hand took Archfiend of Gilfa, which then gave Pegasus a Toon by its effect and allow him to use Toon Rollback. And in the first, he used Comic Hand to take Summon Skull, thus giving Pegasus Toon Cyber Dragon and Summon Skull to use. Toon Kingdom blocking Mirror Force, that's something. That's ironic as well, given how much I have a strong dislike for that card. Okay, sort of revealing light for Odion on turn 1 here, and again, Pegasus is Toon Kingdom. Odion's going to have to hope for that Dispel, I think. Or something else. He might have a Mystical Space Typhoon floating around in his deck as well. Moon Wolfie says Mimicat to take Crush Card Virus and use it to destroy Kaiba's own monsters in hand, including Obelisk. Then he takes Obelisk with another Mimicat and adds it to the attacking force of Toon Summon Skull, Toon Mermaid, and Toon Alligator. Kaiba facing down his own Egyptian God card. Look, to be fair, that was a really good play in that match. Pegasus stealing Obelisk is the ultimate way to just, how would you say it, slap Kaiba. And, oh, there we go, it rolled a 3, but the effect of Toon Kingdom. That is such a powerful effect, that Toon Kingdom. Being able to protect its monsters from card effects. If it didn't have that ability, Pegasus would have lost a lot more matches in this series. And Toon Kingdom is like crucial for this Toon deck, because just regular Toon World on its own, while still good, Pegasus would be losing his monsters to card effects. Second match, use Comic Hand to take Vorse Raider and Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, protect them with Toon Kingdom, use Toon Rollback. Pegasus using Kaiba's monsters against him. And that's such a Pegasus thing to do as well. As we see Shadow Toon, that'll be 2300 off Odion. He used Monster Reborn to bring back Toon Goblin Attack Force. That means that Pegasus won't be able to attack directly for a turn. However, there goes Toon Dark Magician Girl, and Toon Summon Skull has come to the field at 2500. That is now above Goblin Attack Forces. Remember, if the opponent has a Toon monster, the Toon monsters then can't attack directly. Emperor Pikachu says, wow, I did not suspect Weevil to be the one to beat Pegasus. He got his revenge from Duelist Kingdom after all. And Emperor Pikachu also says, Pegasus said payback time, Yugi Boy. And also, poor Kaiba Boy, the voice actress, was the same who played both Misty and Jessie. She recently passed away as well, she did. It was a few months ago. And speaking of another person we lost today, for all the wrestling fans out there, it's fairly recent as well, but Sabu, ECW legend, passed away. Only, it's not even more than a day ago. It's like all the articles and stuff that I was reading were only like a couple of hours old. Which is a bit of a shock because he only had his retirement match only a few weeks ago. So I guess he had that one last match in him. What he actually died from hasn't been revealed yet, but I get the feeling that Sabu probably wasn't the healthiest person in the world given the amount of abuse his body would have taken over the years. That's the toll of the wrestling business. When you're taking bumps like that throughout your whole life, like your body is just not designed for it. But man, he was a one of a kind. There will never be another Sabu. As we see, Toon Summon Skull has got rid of Toon Goblin Attack Force, and Odion's only going to get one more turn unless he can get that Toon Summon Skull off the field because of Toon Rollback. Slinger 0083 says, King of Games, my Millennium Eye. That was for the Pegasus and Yugi match. Sukowski also says, wow, that was quicker than I'd expected. And Sax Pack Abs, blink, or in Pegasus's case, wink. Nice. And you'll miss it. It was a very quick match. As Odion flips up a poisonous snake token. Sacks back abs. Oh yes, now you've mentioned it, it's fairly obvious that James and Kyber have the same voice actor. Bastion from GX seems halfway in between the two. Eric Stewart's work was very big in my childhood. Ah, same. He did quite a lot of voices. Oh, and there's Toon rollbacks, so this one should be over. I mean, unless Odion's got something to block, then this one will be all done. There is one more comment, and we'll read that out here as Pegasus picks up the win against Odion, and it's from Sukowski. It's more of a bro to bro kind of comment as well, but yeah, it was about Mother's Day. My mum passed away in 2022. So no, hang on, was it 2023? Oh, it was. I know it was October 17th. It was 2022. Yeah, 2022, because she was 51. She was about to turn 52. And it was a combination of kidney failure and other illnesses that got her in the end. But I might actually manually comment back on that one as well. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. And wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.